Welcome to Georgina Life. On today's show, the travel agent next door and landscaping with Terry's Terrain.
The Georgina Minor Baseball Association and its National Dental Hygienists Week. All of this and more on today's Georgina Life.
Welcome to Georgina Life on this Monday, April the 4th, because we're back in the studio.
Yes.
And of course, I'm here with my dashing and debonair co-host, Grant Peckford. Hello, Grant.
Oh my gosh. Thank you. I needed that.
Listen, what's true is true. All right? You have lots of fans out there.
I'm telling you, yes, because I was so concerned. I only had one this morning when we chatted at 7:30. How are you? It's great. It's just so fabulous to be back in the studio.
It
really is. And Georgina, we were speaking on air about being nervous when we do the opening. We've been doing the opening for many, many years, but there's just something about being back and wanting to make sure that we don't screw it up.
Well, there's no do-overs when you're here because it's a live show.
Yes.
So what you're seeing is live. Yeah. And speaking of live, this weekend was a fascinating weekend and so exciting for so many people because they got to meet their hometown hero, Erin Ambrose.
Wow.
Now, look at that. That is Felicity and Abigail Connors meeting their hometown hero. How great is that? And we also have, look at that. Look at her signing and meeting people. The meet and greet was this weekend. How great is this? And of course, there is the U13 Golden Hawks, and they're playing in the provincials next week. What a thrill to meet. Oh my gosh.
You know, we always on Georgina Life get to celebrate, the hometown heroes, which is really great. But we did get a little bit of a something just before we went on camera. And our understanding is that we are working very, very closely with people in the know. And Erin Ambrose on the show.
Yeah.
Fingers crossed, Georgina. We're really hoping, which will be absolutely amazing.
Oh, can you imagine?
Well, it's just so nice to be able to touch celebrity.
Oh, wait, let me touch you. You're a celebrity.
Yes, we're both small C celebrities. Speaking of which.
Oh, my gosh.
Okay, so Grammys.
Yes.
Last night, 64th.
Yes.
Grammys.
Yes.
Excuse me.
Yes, yes.
City TV and on citytv.com. Now, I didn't watch it all because it goes on forever and a day. And I realize that I'm really, really old because I don't know anybody. But the highlight for me, Lady Gaga, Tony Bennett.
Right.
This is Lady Gaga's 13th Grammy. So Best Traditional Pop Vocal Jazz Collaboration. And I did see him doing this to her, which was absolutely fabulous. Justin Bieber, sorry, that's what you get for wearing a baggy suit and looking like a homeless person is what was being tweeted out. Haley looked fabulous. So nominated for 8, went home with nothing. Sorry, Justin.
Oh, wow.
Lots of about his black leather pants that really looked like he borrowed them from an adult. And for goodness sakes, Justin, turn the baseball cap around the right way. So enough of that. Record of the Year, Leave the Door Open by Silk Sonic.
Yeah, right.
Bruno Mars is part of Silk Sonic.
Okay.
And Best New Artist Pop Solo Performance, Olivia Rodrigo, 18 years of age. Heard her on CHFIDA this morning, and she sounded so articulate, very gracious, absolutely lovely. And country, because I'm a country fan, country solo, Chris Stapleton, and I will stop there because it just went on. And I was reading it this morning online and went, and I don't know you, and I don't know you, and I don't know you, and I don't know you.
Well, I mean, Grant, you have shoes older than some of those performers, I know.
Well, it's true. I mean, they said that Olivia was nominated for her first Grammy at 18, as was Avril Lavigne.
Right.
And Avril Lavigne was at the show. So
why do I feel so old?
Yeah, I know, it's crazy, but congrats to everyone. It's a tough business. It's been really hard making music, and apparently Las Vegas was the perfect venue. Performances were over the top.
Excellent.
My gosh, I sound like Devo Brown from the red carpet.
Thank you, Grant.
So what else is going on?
There's lots going on.
Yes.
If you're like me and you love the library and you love books, there's a lot going on at the library, people.
Yes.
Because honestly, everything, of course, is now open up, and the library has wonderful things. They've got a Lego club. They've got family story time, they've got baby time, and all of this information you can find on their Facebook page, on the website. You can call the local libraries. Honestly, I'm excited about that.
Yeah.
I'm excited about that. Library is a great place to be.
Yes.
Great community. You can meet people, do things again. So, yep, you know what? And all of these, you have to register on Eventbrite.
Okay.
But the links and all the information that you need are all on their social media. So don't hesitate. Have a good time. Go to the library.
Well, it's a wonderful opportunity for family.
Yeah.
I mean, it's an opportunity to get out of the house
Sure.
as a family and actually do something together.
Yeah.
So now I know there's a lot of people who are really quite excited about this whole speed limit thing.
Oh, yeah.
I believe that it started in 2019, but so speed limits on 6 sections of Ontario highways, try and say that 10 times, will soon be set to 110 kilometers per hour on a permanent basis. That's the key piece. Permanent basis effective April 22nd.
Oh, boy.
Yeah, it was the pilot project 2019. Okay, so the 6 sections quickly. QE from Hamilton to St. Catharines, Highway 401 Windsor to Tilbury, Highway 402 London to Sarnia, 404 Newmarket to Woodbine, 417 Ottawa to the Quebec border, and Highway 417 Canada to Arnprior. So
Oh, boy.
2 sections of provincial highways in cottage country.
Right.
We'll see their speed limits increase on a trial basis. So
Oh, boy.
it's, yeah.
Well, we'll see what happens.
We've talked about this before.
Yeah. I mean, now they're passing us at 150, so I don't know what's going to happen.
Well, with no lights on the road and it's pouring rain, but
Yeah, well,
that's
so, okay.
Yeah,
it's all good.
It's
all good.
It's yeah.
We'll see what happens.
Yeah.
So we wanted to mention again that the Keswick Optimist Club is having an art competition for youth ages 8 to 17. So entries can be created using any media. Computer-generated art is not eligible, though. Specific topics, you can find all of this. Please send original artwork, photos of original artwork by email by April the 24th. So there will be prizes for first, second, and third place. We love the Optimists. They always have something good going on.
Yes,
always.
community. So speaking of contests, the town wants to put a spring in your step. I love that. Thank you, Linda. With their e-news contest. So sign up for the town's e-news and be entered to win one of 2 $50 Visa cards. Already subscribed to the e-news? No problem. You'll be automatically entered into the contest for a chance to win. Open to Georgina residents and business owners who are 18 years of age and older. Obviously, the town staff are not eligible to participate. Closes April 16. Visit georgina.ca/e-news to sign up. That's fabulous.
I tell you.
That's, hey, $50 and a Visa card. I'm good.
Do you know what? There's so much going on.
Yes.
We're going to have to get to more in the closing chat, but we have a show to do today.
Yes.
So we've got some great guests today. We have Melissa from Dental Hygiene on Demand. We've got Trish, the travel agent next door, with lots of information.
Excited about that.
Landscaping, we're going to be pruning with Terry's Terrain. And you know what? We've got the coach of the Bulldogs, Georgina Minor Baseball Association. So it's going to be a great show. Pour yourself a cup of goodness. Do not leave. We have so much going on today's Georgina Life. We'll see you after the break.
See you soon.
welcome back, Georgina. It is Oral Health Month, and it is also National Dental Hygienists Week. Oh my goodness, and we're so glad because we actually have a dental hygienist with us, a registered dental hygienist, Melissa Sador. Welcome.
Thank you so much, Linda. I'm happy to be here.
I love this because you have some fun stuff to show, and you're going to tell us a lot about why taking care of our teeth really takes care of our whole person.
That's exactly it. So as you mentioned, April is Oral Health Month. And specifically this week, National Dental Hygienists Week is celebrated every year from April 4th to April 10th. It's put on by the Canadian Dental Hygienists Association. And it's here to promote the importance of our oral health and how it's related to our overall health.
Right, right.
And actually that's this week's theme is oral health for total health.
I love that. Well, before we get into all of this, I know that you have your own kind of floating kind of dental hygienist.
Yes, that's a good word for it.
Yeah, can you tell us a little bit about what you do?
Definitely, yes. So I own and operate Dental Hygiene on Demand.
Yes.
It's Georgina's first dental hygiene office. It's home-based. And I also do mobile dental hygiene.
Love that.
So at the home office, it's everything that you're going to get at a regular dentist's office, right, without the sounds and the smells and all of that. It's a very comfortable atmosphere. We do everything. So we'll do the cleaning, we do the polishing, fluoride treatments, mouth guards.
Love it.
Just a shout out to the U13 Team 2, the Georgina Golden Hawks. We sponsored them this year, and nice, they won the championship. So congratulations there.
Nice. I know we've got a couple of pictures about sort of how it all looks.
Yes.
Yeah, because you had sent us some great pictures. Like, that is amazing.
Oh, yes. So that's on site. I bring everything with me. We've got the chair. I've got the light. We do whitening as well. We can do mobile whitening or whitening at the home office. And also, what else can we do? We do referrals. So if they're, oh, yes, sterilization. All of our sterilization is done on site. All of the equipment you would have at a dental office, I have in my home office. So we follow strict protocols, obviously with COVID. And yeah, we just maintain that and we're good to go. It's wonderful. I love it. And put your purple on. Purple is the color of dental hygiene profession, and that's part of the promotion for this week. So I encourage you all to wear purple just to support the profession of dental hygiene.
I love that. I will be doing that. So what do we have here today?
Oh, we have lots of things here today.
Yes, we do.
Okay. So obviously taking care of our mouth includes our teeth, our gums, and it's the portal to our whole body. So we want to make sure the bacteria and the plaque in our mouth is getting removed twice a day. Do you know why we say twice a day for removing the plaque and the bacteria?
I don't know.
That? Okay.
I don't know.
If you come in to Dental Hygiene on Demand, I clean everything off. We get all the plaque off of your teeth within 12 hours. It is starting to accumulate already.
Wow.
And that plaque and the bacteria gets strong enough to start to cause damage. So twice a day for brushing. So
okay.
I have my little friend here. He doesn't have a name, but we're thinking of having a contest. This was Linda's idea to name our little shark here.
He's so cute.
Yes, he is very cute. So I'm going to just quickly demo a couple of techniques.
Perfect.
So a lot of people, if you're using a manual toothbrush, mm-hmm, you don't want to get in there. You don't want to scrub back and forth because that can damage the teeth and the gums.
Right.
So what you want to do, you want to start at the gum line and you're just going to gently do a little back and forth and you're going to sweep down. On the bottom teeth, you're going to start down here, little gentle back and forth, you're going to sweep up. So you're going to disrupt the plaque at the gum line, you're going to remove it from the gum line. With an electric brush, we love electric brushes because they do all of the work for you and they have a little round head on them. So with the electric brush, if you can imagine when you're getting your teeth polished at the dental office, we kind of start at the back of one tooth and we're going to rotate it around to the front of that tooth. Then we're going to start at the back of the next one and rotate it around, just to ensure you're getting the plaque removed at the gum line and you're not being aggressive. So electric brush is great for that.
Fabulous.
All right. As far as cleaning between our teeth,
yes,
lots of options there. You know, my favorite F word at the office is floss. We like to use cocoa floss at the office. String floss you get the most movement with. So I'm just If you can imagine with the string floss, I don't have that one out, so we'll leave that. So when you're using string floss, a lot of people tell me that they are wrapping it around their index fingers.
Right.
But it just makes it awkward to do. So what I would recommend is wrapping around your middle fingers.
Yes.
And then you have your index and your thumb to guide where you need it to go. And when you're between the teeth, you're going to wrap it around the tooth. You're going to slide it down the gum line. You want to get below the gums and bring up anything that's under there.
Got it.
So ideally once a day in the evening before you brush your teeth. That's the best time to floss.
Got it. Okay. Now, you have a lot of stuff out here. What can people use every day? And I'm assuming any kind of toothpaste is good, or is there a better toothpaste?
Whatever. I'm not a fan of charcoal toothpaste. I know it's kind of gimmicky. It's it's abrasive.
Right.
So although, yes, it might whiten your teeth a little better.
Right.
I wouldn't recommend it.
Okay.
So if you have sensitive teeth, obviously a sensitive toothpaste. Sensodyne, Colgate makes one, Crest makes one. These are my favorites. I get a lot of good feedback from the Gum Detoxify.
Okay.
So yeah, you want to be brushing with whatever your preference of toothpaste is, depending on your situation.
Okay.
And then just brushing twice a day with those techniques, flossing, and you can throw a rinse in as well just to kill a little extra bacteria.
I was going to ask about that. Is mouthwash good?
Yes. Yep, definitely. It has ingredients in it that will kill off any other bacteria that you've missed with brushing and flossing, and it freshens your breath too, which is always a good thing.
Perfect.
Yes.
And so, I mean, this is amazing information because I think, as you said, you take care of your teeth, you take care of your whole person.
Exactly. You know, if you have, if you're conscious of your teeth, if you have a broken tooth or if you have bad breath, you're not going to want to be out and be social. You're going to maybe be embarrassed. It might cause some depression or anxiety.
That's right. Oh, you know what? I got to ask you, how do people get a hold of you?
Oh, well, you can find me on Facebook at Dental Hygiene On Demand, as well as Instagram. A website is in the works, and you can call me or text me at 289-383-1688 or email dhondemand@gmail.com.
That's fantastic. Melissa, thank you so much for all this information. And we're going to keep smiling.
Always.
And I know, right? We're going to keep smiling. And guess what? We'll be back after the break. Thank you, Georgina. We'll be right back.
Welcome back, Georgina. So are you ready to travel yet? I know that I am. And I have got the perfect guests here. We've got Trish Bootsma. Welcome to the show. You are a travel advisor, the travel agent next door.
Yes.
Travel, how crazy has it been?
It has been, an unbelievable couple of years, but travel is back.
Yes.
And people are ready to travel. There's lots of fun places to go.
Yes.
And these, especially the sun destinations, they're ready for the travelers.
Yeah.
They're ready for the tourists.
I know. I'm so excited. I said Thursday, Puerto Vallarta. But now, I think what's really key, yes, it's opened up. We're ready to go. But what do we need to do to ensure that we're continue to keep ourselves safe and on top of everything? I know you've got some fabulous stuff here. So share with us.
Okay, so even though restrictions have been lifting, we still require masks on flights, on trains, anything transit in Canada. And in some countries, you still require testing. So if you're going to the U.S., you still require to test negative before entering.
Yes.
We don't need to test on return to Canada, which is great.
So can I just jump in and say, so what is the test we need traveling to the U.S.?
So a rapid antigen test is the minimum that's required, but you can also do a PCR test as well. But it has to be a minimum of a day before.
Okay. Super.
So, but like for myself, I'm going on a cruise in a couple of weeks, but I'm also traveling to the U.S. a few days ahead of time. So I have to travel before I leave. I also have to test before I leave. I also have to test before I get on the cruise. So I have to test twice.
We just breathe. So now I see that green box there, and I know exactly what that is, but that's just So what's that?
So that is the rapid antigen test that the government has given out free to everybody, so you can pick up at grocery stores, pharmacies. There you can use these free tests that the government has given you to test to get into the U.S. or some of the other countries that require it. You just need to book an online test, an online viewing, I guess, it's with a nurse. And they will... They'll approve your test, send you the paperwork that you require.
And that's the key piece. It's got to be someone who's registered with someone.
Yes. So there are different websites that you can do that, but you can at least then use the test that you were given for free and not have to purchase another test. Which, I mean, some of these tests have been very, very expensive, and it's been difficult for travelers, as well as having to pay for the travel, and prices are going up, and then have to pay extra for the testing.
Well, and we're talking about a family of four going and all having to do the more expensive one.
Yeah.
Absolutely crazy. I mean, that is a deterrent.
It really is.
You know, Georgina, it's all about making sure that we're keeping ourselves safe and those around us.
Exactly.
So I wanted to touch on also, too, I'm seeing we've got a sign over there that I know the camera is going to pan down to.
Yes.
You have got a contest.
We have an amazing contest. The travel agent next door is giving away a 12-day adventure, an Arctic adventure cruise with Adventure Canada.
Wow.
So it's amazing. Your flights are included. And it takes you through Greenland into Newfoundland in the high Arctic of Canada. So it's an amazing, for me, it's a bucket list trip. I really want to do this trip.
Well, you know, I've heard that many, many times. I obviously go to all the sun destinations, look at the color of my skin. But how wonderful, I mean, also to see part of our own country, too, which I think is really key. And Greenland.
It's just it's a different type of landscape that you you don't see in your sun destinations, and I think it's something that people have overlooked. So it's really a great tour to go on, especially with children.
Super. So I've got to cut you off here. We're running out of time. Where are we going to get all the information that we need about the contest?
So you can go to my Facebook page. It's Trish Bootsma at TTAND.com. Or you can email me at tbootsma@ttand.com. And we have, so if you go to my Facebook page, you can go get a link right directly to the contest page.
Fantastic. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Georgina, you heard it here. Pack your bags, get ready to travel. Don't go anywhere. So much more on today's Georgina Life. Welcome back, Georgina, and I know you're all surprised, but I'm talking baseball today. I'm very, very excited. We're joined by a very familiar face, our own station manager, Jim Anderson. Welcome, sir, to the show.
Thank you. It's lovely to be here.
You are here now wearing another hat. And what is that hat, sir?
That hat is, I'm with the Georgina Minor Baseball Association, Vice President of Rep, and yes, just a number... one of a number of things that a lot of hats I wear in this town. This is just one of them.
I know, and I thought the list is way too long, and I'm still like freaking out because I'm speaking about baseball with a baseball coach. So tell us, difference between baseball, softball.
Okay, so baseball is or hardball is what the Blue Jays play. Normal size baseball. And softball is a bigger. I think it's 13-inch is a softball. So softball would be underhand pitch. Baseball is overhand.
That's what people need to know.
Yep.
They really do need to know that. So ages, when are kids starting to play baseball?
So if your son or daughter is turning 3 this year,
oh my gosh.
I know.
Oh.
They can play.
Wow.
So we start with, with the little ones, just kind of getting used to how to throw, how to hold a ball, how to swing a bat. We'll use tees so they can, but the first part is just a matter of getting used to the game.
So we've got some pictures that speak to that, which is, oh my gosh.
So here's our house league kids. It's for me, it's more about, the exercise is good.
Yes.
But being part of a team. Being part of a team. Look at these guys.
I'm dying.
So the Blue Jays come every summer and do a one-day clinic for the kids. The kids get T-shirts and get a chance to meet some people. Yeah. But it's just, for me, it's just about being part of a team, learning how to win and how to lose, how to be, competitive is good for a kid.
Yes.
But also understanding it's just I want to go to the park and have some fun with my friends. Right?
It's how we frame that competitive piece.
Right.
So that it isn't unhealthy.
And then the difference really between, people think hard ball means hard ball.
Yes. Yeah.
You're going to get, my son or daughter is going to get hurt. So the little ones are using the same size ball, only it's basically rubber. Yeah. So the little ones, if for some reason they off the chest or whatever, it's not going to hurt nearly as much. And it comes off the bat a little slower. So that's, the little guys are using more of a rubber ball than the hard ball that you're used to.
Super.
Yeah.
So now I'm being cuter. We've got some more pictures here of the tryouts, indoor training.
Yeah, so I'm, as well as being on the executive, I know, another hat. Okay. I am the 18U coach of the Georgina Bulldogs. So that's the rep traveling team. This will be my 25th year coaching.
Oh my gosh, Jim.
My oldest son, who's 30, I took him all the way through coaching with him, and then my son Tyler started as Jimmy was going out, and I just started again. So I have this year and next year, and likely, knock on something wood, I'll be done as a coach. But yeah, we've been in the gym at the Georgina gym for the last 8 weeks. Wow. Getting ready for the season because it starts the first week of May. You're seeing now that's a championship team from us last year. We were the York Region 16U champions.
Say that quickly.
And we're playing teams anywhere from like Toronto to Muskoka. So it's a big loop.
So let's get to registration because that's what we want to get that.
So the rep teams were picked back in September. They've already been preparing. We're doing registration for House League. So anything from, like I said, turning 3 this year up to 18. You can go to our website, gmba.com, and just fill out all the prompts, and you can sign up. We'll be doing some evaluations in late May, and then the first Saturday in June is our opening day where all the House League kids will play, and then you're playing once a week. Plus a practice. Okay.
So what's the deadline for reg?
April 30th is the deadline, so we can get everything, all the teams picked and assigned and sponsors. So we're always looking for sponsors and looking for coaches. So if you are a mom or dad who may have some interest in baseball, your son or daughter is playing, you're going to be there anyway. Yep. Grab a neighbor, grab another friend or yours, and coach these kids because it's just so much fun.
So now that you're talking about sponsorship, can we just touch on what's the cost attached?
So there are ranges. Okay. You can sponsor a team for as little as $300. Okay. So local businesses, I know it's been a tough 2 years.
It has been.
We get it, and. But absolutely, this is, you get your name on the back of the jersey, and these supporting local kids is just something you can it's priceless, right? So.
Well, and I think too, what I learned in running camps, those kids don't want to take the T-shirts or the jerseys off.
No.
So you've got 24/7 marketing.
Absolutely, absolutely. It's I do it because I love it. I'm thrilled that my boys have the same passion. My girls do too. Yep. The family. My wife Jennifer says there's nothing better than sitting on a lawn chair at the Rock on a Wednesday evening watching Tyler play. Yeah. And it was the same for Jimmy. It's just, and I think people are ready. I think people are, after the last 2 years, we had a shortened season last year. Yes. But this should be a full season. We're going to Simcoe, Ontario, end of May for a tournament. Bradford in July. There's provincials, there's York Simcoe Championships, there's all of this, but it's really a long season because we started, like I said, 2 months ago, and we're going till mid to late August. So it's a commitment, but that's just for the rep side. For the House League side, once a week from June to mid-August, have your kids come out and play.
Got to cut you off. Yep. Where are we sending our viewers?
gmba.com is the online. We will do an in-person registration in a couple of weeks here, actually, at the Ice Palace, at the studio. So if you want to do it in person, you can do that too.
Fantastic, Jim. Thank you very much. Georgina, you heard it here. Baseball, go register. April 30th, we said, is the cutoff. Don't go anywhere. So much more on today's Georgina Life.
Welcome back, Georgina. It is spring, and I'm sure that you're all really itching to get into your yard and do some maintenance and clean things up and maybe do some pruning. So we are really lucky today to be here with the owner of Terry's Terrain Landscape Design and Maintenance, Terry Rolenko. Welcome to Georgina Life.
Thank you so much for having me. It's a pleasure to be here.
It's so great that you're here because you know what? Myself included, and I'm sure lots of people at home, they're wondering, what do? We see a lot of dead-looking things in our lawn.
Yeah.
So what are we going to do today?
So today we're going to look at plant pruning and just general maintenance of upkeep of plants. Now plant pruning is really essential for plant health. It stimulates new growth and nicer blooms on the flowers or shrubs. So we'll just kind of go through tips for pruning.
All right. Well, it looks like you've brought something really interesting. What kind of a plant is this?
Yeah, this is a dogwood. It's a plant that you'll get blooms all through the year, but it's generally going to look like this: nice red foliage and branches structured here. Right.
Yeah. So, how do we actually do the pruning? And I guess now is the right time to do the pruning, correct?
Yes, it is. Any time in early to mid-April, once the weather improves a little bit, you're going to want to go outside, take a look at your shrubs and your trees, and just get a sense of what needs to be done.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. So this one looks like it might need a little help. How do we prune? How do we know where to prune on this?
So first thing you want to do with pruning is you want to make sure you have the right tools. Either here's a secular, or sometimes you might have pruning shears for some of those hedges. But you want to make sure that your pruner is nice and sharp, because we don't want to do it with a dull blade, because then we're going to be making rips and tears on the branches. So if you have a pruner tool, just to sharpen, you want to just do a nice little back and forth.
Okay. Make sure it's nice and sharp.
Nice and sharp, yep. And then basically what we want to do is we're looking for the terminal bud of any plant, which you can see right here.
Okay.
And we're going to make a nice clean 45-degree angle cut down like this, and just a quick cut, and there we go.
Oh, wow.
And then also, you just want to kind of level everything off so it looks nice and clean. So I would take something like the top growth of here right off. Just a nice clean 45 angle cut.
Right.
There we go. And what we're also looking for with any shrub are the 3 Ds, I call them: diseased, dead, and damaged. From the wintertime, we get a lot of winter frost, and the plants might be looking a little tired. So something down here, as you see the branches snapped, we can take that right off. That's not serving any purpose. So we might do just a nice clean cut down from the bottom, another 45 angle cut, and there you go.
Nice.
And this will create a nice new sort of branch structure and habit.
Okay, so question, because I think I might be a little too ruthless with my bushes. How much do you prune?
So that's a good question. So you never want to prune off more than 1/3 of any tree or shrub. So right now, this is looking nice and even. You could probably take it down another maybe 2 or 3 inches here, but rule of thumb, 1/3 of a plant or a shrub is probably your best bet.
Okay, that's good to know. Now, why do we want to make sure that our pruners are nice and sharp? Because I hack my poor bushes down with whatever I can find, which is probably not the right thing to do.
Right, yeah. So another good tip after doing any pruning, you want to just kind of give your tools a nice little clean here. If you have maybe a spray, like a disinfectant spray, just kind of clean along the blade, both edges, and just kind of give it a wipe so that you're getting any excess residue from that plant off, and you're not transferring it to any other shrubs in the garden.
Wow, so you can actually do that?
Absolutely, yeah. And then also, maybe if you have a little WD-40, just every 3 or 4 months, maybe spray in here so it doesn't gunk up along the line here. So you get a lot of sap coming off of trees and shrubs sometimes. So probably a good idea there.
Now, it's good to do this in the spring, but can you actually prune in the fall too?
Yes, you can. Now, spring is probably the best time for most of all of your shrubs in the garden. But there are trees that you can prune kind of all year round. Anything evergreen can be pruned early spring or even into late fall. But the typical of a plant like this, you want to give it a nice cleanup right away in April so that you're promoting new growth and new branch habit.
Right, right. No, that makes a lot of sense. Now, tell us a little bit about your business and what exactly you do. You do everything pretty much, right?
So yeah, my business is Terry's Terrain.
Yep.
And we've been in business for, this is our 5th season coming up. And we do everything garden care. We do spring cleanups, we do plantings, we do grass and lawn cuts, and I've also just finished up a course at Ryerson where I'm a landscape designer. So I'm going to be finishing that up in the next couple of weeks, and I'll be able to come and look at a home and do a whole landscape design plan for anybody that's interested to improve their outdoor living environment. So it's a really exciting time.
Amazing. That's really good. So I have a question. What can people start doing now? Because they're really itchy to get out there because the snow is mostly gone in some places.
Absolutely. Yeah, I would say now is a great time to sort of walk outside, take a look at what you think maybe you need to clean up, like whether it's some leaf debris or branches from last year, but you don't want to start raking leaves until it's about 8 to 10 degrees out consistently. I see a lot of people start when it's the first nice day in March, and that's not a great idea because there's actually beneficial organisms that are keeping the plants healthy, and when you rake away that top layer of leaves, you're going to expose that to the weather because we'll still get probably another frost at least another week or two. So yeah, you can kind of walk around your lawn and just take a look and see if there's anything that needs immediate attention. But typically, you know, you're looking at a late April sort of for new planting and go from there. Yeah.
Wow, see, because a lot of people can probably do more damage, correct?
Absolutely, yeah.
Okay, especially with raking. I mean, with lawn, can they do a lot of damage to their lawn?
Their lawn, you can start raking again at that same time, that threshold of 8 to 10 degrees, but you're going to want to leave your garden beds until you get a consistent, nice weather out because, again, you don't want to disrupt things that are going on in the soil levels, so.
Okay,
yeah,
that's good to know.
Absolutely.
Now, a lot of people really rush the garden centers and they really want to get out and plant. When is the best time to start planting? Can you plant anything now?
Right now, I would say the only thing you could really plant would maybe be sort of hardy trees or shrubs, but I think the best time to plant typically is, they used to always say May long weekend, so Victoria Day weekend for all your bright annuals and things like that. So a few more weeks to go, but we're getting close, definitely.
Oh, that's a good thing. Okay, so I want to ask you a little bit more about this.
Sure.
Now, you had said it looks okay, but where else could we actually prune on here? Like, I'm seeing a lot of these dead things.
Absolutely.
Do we get rid of those dead things?
We can. So this is last year's growth, and it's really not serving any purpose, but until we get those nice steady days, it can be left alone. So you could just kind of maybe look at that. That can come off there.
Okay.
Nice little snip. There we go. Oh, and anything that's looking like it's tired can just be plucked off. Like that can come off.
Okay.
Anything like that. So you're just looking for really anything that is basically undesirable to the eye right now. And
okay, because you shouldn't do what I do, which is give it like a really huge haircut. Could I kill something by doing that?
This is a very strong, hardy shrub. You're not going to kill this, but you're definitely going to stunt its growth if you took off more than it can handle. So
really?
Yeah, you just want to kind of look and make sure that the new leaves are coming out nice and green before you do any heavy pruning.
Okay, that's really good to know. So you do it all. You do landscape design, you do maintenance, all of that good stuff.
Absolutely.
Terry, if people want to get a hold of you, where do they go?
Great question. So you can go to my website at www.terrysterrain.ca, as well as you can check out our Instagram page, which is at Terry's Terrain, or you can call me on my cell phone at 647-401-1967.
Awesome. Terry, thank you for all of this information and for telling me that I really need to do a better job of pruning.
Just give us a call and we'll come and take a look for you, help you out.
Thank you so much. And listen, Georgina, don't go away. There's lots more coming up on today's Georgina Life. Well, welcome back, Georgina. That was a great show. We always have such amazing guests, but before we talk about our amazing guests, I want to get to a really great community event that we didn't get to in the opening chat, and that is taking place on April the 11th from 7 to 9 p.m. at the Pefferlaw Lions Community Hall. Marjorie Mason, who's a renowned horticulturalist, she's a radio host, a lecturer, and travel guide. She's going to take us on a tour of the distinctive and memorable gardens she has visited with her presentation, Inspirations from Gardens Around the World. So it's more than a travelogue. It's a learning experience. Yep, great inspiration for all gardeners. So for more information, contact Denise Sheedy, 905-715-2685, or email her. The email is up on the screen, and it is at the Pefferlaw Lions Community Hall, 38 Peets Lane in Pefferlaw. There you go.
Love it.
And it's great. I mean, we just pruned this amazing, oh my gosh, this dogwood, I think it was. Yes. And I'm telling you, I'm so happy to meet Terry, because honestly, I'm not a very good person when it comes to pruning the bushes in front of my house. Those poor things have been there forever, and I hack them. I literally take anything I have, whether it's my shears or whatever, and I hack them. I'm so bad. I'm not a great gardener. I'm supposed to be, because I'm a Taurus, so I'm supposed to be a nature lover and really good, and I'm not good, Grant.
Well, you know, I'd like to pretend for a moment that I might be a little better, but Georgina, we know that's so not true. It's like, where's the kitchen? Where's the steak knife? Right. If I can't break that off, then, so I mean, it really is. But what I loved about him, and this is about this segment that really resonated with me, I mean, apart from all the wonderful information, but when he said, Terry, get some WD-40 and clean the gunk out, and I thought everybody knows what the gunk is. I thought, oh, please don't let there be some special word that identifies the gunk that gets in there from the sap.
Right?
Yeah, no, I don't.
No.
I'm all about have the cut flowers delivered. Is what
I know.
You know.
Yeah, we know that for sure. But what's interesting is that, there's gunk that can be transferred from one bush or tree or plant to another. And then, of course, you know, you might have more of a problem, which brings me to our next topic, which is the dental hygiene on demand.
I wondered.
Because did you know that if you kiss somebody that has issues in their mouth, that can transfer to your mouth? Did you know this?
No, I didn't.
So remember to tell your partner to brush and floss and rinse and do all the right things, because like pruning a bush, you do not want anything to happen to your teeth.
Well, especially the gums, because they say if you look after your gums, everything will be fine. I mean, I'm crazy. I've said if I had the money in my pocket that I have in my mouth, I could have retired 5 years earlier.
Right.
But it is so key, and I was married to a dental assistant a few wives back.
I was going to say, like 5 or 6 wives before.
So, like, I lived those conversations at the dinner table. But it is so key, and you're going for a cleaning soon.
I am.
Mine's June 21, which, interestingly enough, would be the wedding anniversary of the ex-wife that was in the dental field. How coincidental is that?
All right, Zsa Zsa.
That's it. But, yeah, I mean, it's the gums, and I love the fact that mouthwash is okay.
Yes.
Because I'm a big, big fan of mouthwash.
Yeah, me too.
I really, So,
me too.
Yeah, I mean, you know, a lot of it's common sense, but sometimes we need that little jab.
Yeah, that's actually really true. It's true. And I'm one of those people, if I go to a party or something, and it's, 3 o'clock in the morning when I go home, because I'm such a wild animal, but when it is, if I'm going to a wedding or whatever, I have to brush my teeth.
Yes, I do too.
I have to brush. I got to floss, and I have to wash my face. I mean, those are the things I have to do. Doesn't matter what time I come in. But listen, traveling, that was a great segment.
Yes, I really enjoy that. I mean, you know, I'd share that I have been traveling a little bit, but I do think that, you know, in the excitement of traveling, we don't want to lose sight of what we need to keep ourselves safe. Yeah. Do I want to fly to Mexico with that mask on? No, I don't. That being said, there aren't the testings, there isn't the expense. So it's those little things, the home testing kits.
Yes.
You know, take with you if you're a little bit anxious, do the test. So yeah, I love that. It would have been wonderful to talk about the sunny destinations, but I do think that it really was important to identify that while those opportunities are there, we need to be
very
aware.
conscious.
Yes.
Very conscious.
Very, very definitely. So yes.
Oh, yeah.
It's always great to have Trish on.
It's true. And that great contest, so I've entered the contest. I like colder climates, so it's perfect for me. But yeah, what a great contest too. And baseball. Did you ever play baseball?
Once.
That's it?
I was 9. I shared that with Jim. And I mean, we talked about when I went on camera. I was frantic that I was going to be talking about baseball. But I love we really didn't get to highlight it, but the benefits to the player, part of a team, learning skills, exercise. I mean, Jim did touch on those, how it's important that kids understand that there's good competition.
Yes.
Like I loved that piece. And for people to understand that, an 18-year-old is playing with one ball, a 3-year-old is playing with another one.
And 3 years old.
I can't.
When he said, if your child is turning 3,
yes,
they can play. I thought, oh my gosh, but that's so amazing because you know what? It's true. All of that is so important to teach them.
Yes.
I mean, honestly.
Yes.
And Georgina, if you have anything coming up, if you want to be on the show, if you have an idea, if you have anything, just contact us. We have an email address, which I believe is up on the screen.
Up on the screen there.
GeorginaLife@rci.rogers.com. We would love to hear from you. We love your feedback. And if you have an event coming up or anything, we really want to hear from you.
This is it. We've got the platform.
Absolutely.
Let's use it.
Absolutely. So, Georgina, thank all of you for being with us yet again. And thank you, Grant.
Thank you.
And thank all of you here in the studio and you at home. Listen, we are going to see you on the next Georgina Life. So take care, stay well, stay safe. We'll see you soon. Bye.